Yeah, welcome back to another episode of the Format Podcast live. Wednesday night edition. That clap was, yeah, you already know that clap.
Sherman.
I knew it. Real funny style looking clap from the Transformer. But you all see what it is. We're back, and we're gonna kick it with you for the next, I don't know how long, but yeah, we got Transformer, myself, G. What's going on, fellas?
What's popping? Brandon Whip just hopped in.
Okay, so we got some we got some interesting topics for y'all tonight, as you can see by the thumbnail. Obviously, we're gonna do our pick 'em for week 2. Get to a little bit more about Deshaun Watson. We talked about him. I talked about him last night, but tonight I'm gonna get the opportunity to bring the guys in and give their thoughts. Shedeur Sanders and his prospects going forward. And Shaquille O'Neal talks about the Wokes, and that should be an interesting one. So, yeah, we're going to get to that in a minute. But before we do, y'all know what time it is. If you're here on YouTube and you haven't already, please make sure you go ahead, click that like, that subscribe, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept up to date whenever we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio-only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in The Format Podcast, and we should come right up. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you give us that like, that 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. And finally, make sure you write it down, put it in your phone, set an alarm, do whatever you got to do to remember. Saturday nights at 7 p.m. we are live here on the Format Podcast, and we'll give you the opportunity to call in, talk to us, get at me. I love it. I can't. All right. So like I said, we got some pretty interesting topics here. Before we get started, though, on these main topics, we'll get a little bit of quick hits going. So I'm gonna let Transformer go ahead and take off with that. Go ahead, bro.
So apparently, our most famous uncle, man, boy, is he
my uncle
right
acting
now,
like
man.
that.
Hey man, my uncle get down like that.
Yeah, not publicly.
So apparently, Uncle Shannon Sharp,
my
Hall of Fame tight end,
yes,
first take analyst, nightcap
yes,
host with Chad Ochocinco,
yes,
was on IG Live, man. I guess IG Live must mistakenly, quote unquote, got activated in the midst of him clapping some cheeks. The video went on for about a minute 30 seconds, and you heard a lot of groaning, grinding, bumping and grinding. You heard some voices, some moaning. So of course he's on some heavy fire, man. He's under some heavy fire.
Yeah.
Some folks wanting to come after him for like they think he should be suspended. And I'm like, okay, suspended for what exactly? Right? I mean, there was no video. We saw nothing. We heard stuff.
That's true.
It could be a video.
You don't even really know if that was him.
Yeah, I mean, we heard some mumbling, which sounded like him. You know what I mean? He was like, "Yeah, you know that ass is mine." You know what I mean? So it's like, whoa, wait a minute. You lied. So, in the midst of that happening, I don't see how there could be any, repercussion for him. You know what I mean? Like, what's the consequence for going on live? There's no video. The phone, I guess, falls and you see nothing, but you hear stuff. Wasn't nothing crazy. You just heard a bunch of moaning, just a bunch of moaning. Right. You could tell from a grown-up perspective, it sounds like something sexually active was going down, but there's no proof of what was actually going down. So
true.
My take is you can't do anything to him. I mean, what's the crime of having a sex life?
It's not that. Like, think about who his day job employer is, right? Who is the Disney, right? Not ABC, not ESPN. Disney is the parent company, and you know how Disney is. They claim they want to keep things clean for the kids. I'm not going to take it any further than that, but
how about
claim that. Yeah, I'm not. We're not doing that. But yeah, they say that, and so if they feel maybe something untoward was going on, or if they face a bit of public backlash, they might go ahead and suspend them. You never know.
Like, on what grounds? I mean, he didn't break the IG policy, because there's an IG policy. No policy was broken. There was nothing brandished. There was nothing seen. Right? There was only audio of what we think happened. You know what I mean? Like, there's like, okay. quote unquote, we know what happened. We know what was going down. But
we think we do,
like,
right?
But I'm saying it's still a thought. Like, I mean, benefit of the doubt. It could have been his phone was on, and that could have been a recording for all we know of something that was going down. So, like I said, I don't think they have, he have enough grounds. And I believe actually he's about to go. He's actually about to speak on it here in a matter of a couple of hours on Nightcap.
I think he's on Nightcap now.
I think it's at 9.
No, it's 9 Eastern. So
yeah, I think it's at 9.
About 45 minutes.
Yeah. So of course he's going to address
us, don't change the channel to go watch Nightcap. Watch that later. Watch the replay.
I'm very, very curious to hear, what I'm saying, what exactly he's going to say. He likes to ride the wave of anything that's going on, controversial going on with him. He'll definitely bring it up. He has no problem addressing what happened.
Right.
And I'm just curious to hear what happened, man. What he said, what he says.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. G, what's your thoughts, man?
I didn't hear and or see or listen to any of what Transform is talking about. But what I did see was how the internet was just destroying on man.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if you guys got a chance to see like the memes and stuff. That one James Brown meme. Yeah, that one James Brown meme. Classic, man. Classic, man. And yeah.
Right.
But I love when celebrities get caught in and doing some just human stuff, right? Like the internet makes a big deal out of it. Like this guy, you know what I mean? Well, anyway, I'm the next slide. That one. I ain't even gonna go there. It's good to see on getting, you know what I mean, doing his just due, man. Like,
well, listen, man, if you hear this dude talking on Nightcap, you know he does his thing.
He goes. He does.
The way him and Ocho be talking on Nightcap, I'll be weak sometimes, just cracking up.
But I tell you what, man, he in a sense addressed the homosexual rumors of the Shay talk and stuff like that. Like,
sure did.
Man, we obviously see how he gets down. We hear how he gets down.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
You know what I mean? Huh?
Are you sure?
Nope. We're not doing that. We are not doing that.
I would like for Bruce to keep his show, man. I would definitely like him to keep his show. I have a great time going live with you guys, man. I would hate for us to have to end it the way we do.
Yeah, we are not doing that.
So my brother Sean, he just put a comment in. People trying to compare the Paul Pierce situation, which is the total opposite.
Yeah,
Paul Pierce was clearly on video. You see him going
smoking a spliff
with
the shorties in the background, like
money, cursing,
obviously drunk. Yeah, he was wild.
Like he was going ham. So like that's ground for suspension. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like audio of just moaning, you know what I mean?
Right.
I can't really say that that's anywhere near the exact same thing. You know what I mean?
I got you.
But yeah, man. 3 got fired for less.
Did we find out what he got fired for? Because it was random, man. That was crazy. He just all of a sudden got let go. Oh snap! What do I don't know? What do I not know, guys? Fill me in.
Oh man. Oh, that's
he didn't have the no Diddy shirt, I guess. He was eating croissant. He didn't have no Diddy shirt.
Remember? The giant croissant. Yeah, the giant croissant. I mean, I don't know how you fired somebody for that, but it didn't look good for real.
Hey, no, that photo was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason for a grown man to have his mouth wide open like that, trying to put. Oh man, there's no way for that to come out like.
Next slide.
There's no way for me to put that in words and like it come off crazy because it was crazy.
It was crazy.
It was crazy, man.
It was crazy. I would demonstrate, but I will not. Pause.
I would just say go on Google it, man. You guys will see it and you'll be like, whoa.
Yeah, RG3 giant croissant. I'm pretty sure
you'll come back in the chat and have a good laugh, man.
All right. Quick hit I got. If you are kind of a basketball purist and you watch the WNBA, big game tonight. Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever against Asia Wilson at Las Vegas Aces. So huge game.
What time?
It's on right now. It's actually in the third quarter right now. Yeah.
Oh.
I think it started at like 7. Yeah, I ain't even put it on until I sat down here to start rocking with Chalk.
51-48. Okay.
Yeah, it's a tight game. I mean, Aces back-to-back defending champs. Asia Wilson out here absolutely killing all season long. Probably going to be the MVP for the third time. Caitlin Clark pretty much sewing up Rookie of the Year. She's doing her thing. So, yeah.
She got that in the bag, man. There's no question about that no more. If there was a debate is gone.
Yeah. Especially Angel Reese is done for the year, too. So,
yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's why
number one
solidified it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's having a good game. Look like Kelsey Michelle is the one going off for the Fever. Like Caitlin Clark,
she normally does.
Yeah.
Kelsey Mitchell. Yep. Oh, she's nice.
What did I say, Michelle?
Yeah,
I apologize.
Yeah, that's a mean backcourt. Her and Caitlin Clark. That's a mean backcourt.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
54-40.
Kelsey Plum said, "What you want?" All right, but I think we had one more quick hit, right? I forgot what it was.
The Rasheed Wallace.
Yes, Rasheed Wallace. All right, go ahead, run that, G.
Rasheed Wallace said that Anthony Edwards wasn't a better basketball player than Aaron McKee.
Boy,
Derek McKee.
Derek McKee, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, Derek McKee.
You knew which McKee.
So here's the interesting thing, right? Obviously, Anthony Edwards really pissed off a lot of the old school players and whatnot with his comments about nobody having skill back then and all this. And so, they've all been having responses to that. And I guess Rasheed Wallace is probably the latest one, right? He's the most recent 90s type guy to respond. And so he says, quote, at this point in his career, in my opinion, he's not better than a Derek McKee. Wallace claimed. He's not better than a Grant Hill. He's not better than a Scottie Pippen. I'm just trying to name a few wingmen from that 90s era. But again, I'm talking both sides of the ball now. Derek McKee was a defender, unquote. So remember, G, when you brought this up, that was the first thing I said. Like, Rasheed, he really respects guys who are elite defenders, and Derek McKee was that, you know what I'm saying, at that 3 spot. So he's guarding smaller 4s, he's guarding 3s, and he's guarding 2s and some bigger 1s back then. So, excuse me. Yeah, Derek McKee, he was legit, man. He was legit. Yeah. Rasheed does not take anything that he believes is disrespect, man. That's that Philly in him. Rasheed is a hood dude. But he's interesting in some of the things he says, though, huh?
Hooping Air Force Ones.
Sure did. He says interesting things sometimes, though, because he what he said he didn't think Jordan was that great of a defender. And I was like, wait, what? I don't know. Sometimes I think, man, people say these things for engagement. I really do. Because I'm like, he knows ball way too well to be saying something like that. But guess, entitled to the opinion.
All right. So anything else, guys? We got 1, 2, 3. That's 3 quick hits. Are we ready to roll into segment 1? Or are we gonna?
No. Let's do it.
Happening?
No, let's do it. Let's roll segment 1.
All right. So, guys, as you guys can see from the headline right here, we have week 2 pick'em. Last week, G so happened to be absent. So when all the results came out, he wanted to claim that, I had them winning. I had them winning. Didn't have the Ravens winning. Sorry. But anyway.
Hey. Chill.
But no, I picked the Ravens, so I'm with you guys. I picked the Ravens in that game too. But so we're gonna get into the NFL pick'em. Yeah. I got the 3 spreadsheets right here as you're gonna be passing them out. We're gonna start off with week 2 Thursday night game, Miami versus Buffalo at 8:15 in Miami.
That's
Who do we got, game. Guys?
Miami.
Mm-hmm. Bruce says Miami.
I think Buffalo's good, but I think they're still kind of learning their personnel and learning how to play as a team. Josh Allen's still probably building that chemistry with his revamped receiving core. Yeah, and Miami is doing their thing. And also, you got, and this transformer, you got this weather advantage, It's starting to cool down all the way up there now. And now you got to come down here into the heat and humidity in South Florida. So I think that's going to play the factor as it generally does.
True. What you got, Jay?
Yeah, Jay, I think you're right. What's up, Jay?
Yeah, I got Miami. They got better weapons. Tua is going to fry like, this is time of year. Yeah, he's going to cook.
Okay.
What sucks about that? That means later in the year, he got to go up there in Buffalo and play in the cold, and his arm's going to fall
be good.
not going to be
Yeah,
good
well, I
at
mean,
all.
yeah, I mean, it's time that he put that to bed, right? It's time he put that.
The question is he capable?
Okay.
We'll see.
I have the
Yes, you will.
Bills for the reason that Tyler just has put in the chat. Tyler, man, hey, I'm gonna need you to slow down. Wait for us to get all the 3 picks out. Miami is not gonna have their top 2 running backs. And what do we say all the time, Bruce?
Run the ball, stop the run.
Run the ball, stop the run. If you can't run the ball, now we're relying on Tua to go win you a ball game. I don't think I've seen enough of Tua to control the ball game from start to finish. With run game. So I think that's going to be a crucial piece missing. I think with what we saw from Buffalo last week, Josh Allen really spread the ball out to all his receivers. Paul, everybody got about 4 or 5 targets. 3-4 catches apiece. And I think with that mixture of him and James Cook in the backfield, you have a great legitimate shot of beating Miami. We just saw Miami struggle with Jacksonville last week. By the skin of the teeth, defense made a good play in the end zone for Travis Etienne Jr. And that was truly the change of the ball game. Other than that, they were pretty much down. They were down. So I think when you're playing Buffalo with no running game and Buffalo takes a lead like that, you're in deep water. Josh Allen can make plays with his legs. He can make plays with his arm, but he also has a running back that's behind him that can actually run the ball. So I think that's why I got the Bills taking this one, guys.
That's fair. And last thing before we move on here, what I will say, though, is I think, what's his name, Mike McDaniel, he probably has the ability, much like Kyle Shanahan, to scheme up the run game so that even, a third string back can come in and have relative success. Like we didn't even know who was it, Jordan Mason. We had no idea who that dude was. He comes in and carves up the Jets defense. So
that's a Georgia Tech running back, though. Them boys can run the ball out there.
Right.
Yeah, that's a G Tech guy.
Yeah. So that's my thought. All right.
All right. We're gonna move on to Sunday. There's no Friday game, unfortunately. We're gonna get into all the 1 o'clock. How many 1 o'clocks we got? I think we got like 10 or 11 1 o'clocks. It's gonna be a full slate this week. So we're gonna start off with the first game, Vegas at Baltimore. Without me mentioning anything, I got Vegas. Go ahead.
Yeah, easy. Wait, what?
Too?
Wait, you got what? Oh, huh?
Got him.
Nah.
Got him.
Come on, man. Baltimore.
I don't think that's a close one, guys. I think we are going to have Baltimore.
They're going to be upset coming off of that loss. So
okay. I don't think we need to go into further explanation with that one. Honestly, not even the second one. Chargers at Carolina.
Oh, Chargers.
I don't think we need to explain too much about that. All right, so we had New Orleans come off a very, very great blowout win against a very, very great blowoutable team. Pause.
Facts.
So we got New Orleans traveling to Dallas.
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 I like Dallas. We like Dallas. We got Dallas. All right, now this next one gonna be tricky. I like this one. I want to see where you guys go with this. Tampa goes to Detroit.
Detroit.
Ooh. I am gonna say I'm gonna shock y'all, and I'm going with Tampa Bay here.
I like
and
that.
The reason
pick.
why, I think coming off of them getting beat in the divisional round at Detroit last year, I don't think they forgot about that. I think Baker wants to prove something. Baker really came off a great game last week. I mean, it was the Commandos, but I mean, 289, 4 touchdowns, no picks. He's got all his weapons. Well, I'm not gonna go that far, but he played.
Like looked like
an
MVP. I'm not saying.
He looked like
he looks
MVP.
like an
Yes,
MVP.
correct. Yeah. Ooh, okay. AJ and Jay say Detroit close. Interesting.
Walk-off field goal. Detroit close game. Walk-off field goal. So we got Detroit, Dallas.
I'm going Tampa Bay, man. I'm doing it. Baker touchdown maker. Let's get it.
You got Detroit, right?
No, I got Tampa Bay.
I said G.
I got Detroit. Yep.
Okay.
Detroit. All right.
Okay.
All right. So I want to skip over this one so fast. Indianapolis travels to Green Bay.
Colts.
Not yet. Oh, that's right. Your boy's not playing.
Colts.
Yeah, okay. So the Colts can win that game, yes.
Yeah.
I was about to say not yet, but yeah, I forgot Jordan Love is out.
Love to be a homer, man, but with no Jordan Love, I mean, we gonna get blown out.
I don't think you're going to get blown out, but I think it's going to be who's the backup in Green Bay? Malik Willis.
Yeah, blowout.
Yeah,
blowout. Because I mean, at that point, we're going to be down. We can't really, utilize Josh Jacobs like we want to.
Run
at
the
that
football,
point, man. I mean, we can get 20 touches. Jacobs probably still going to have like 60 yards. All they're going to do is just load up the box. The Indianapolis has a great good defense. So,
okay.
I ain't gonna say too much about that. Moving on, we're gonna go to Cleveland. No, I'm take that back. Cleveland's gonna go to Jacksonville.
Cleveland. I think they're coming off getting beat up. I think they're coming off getting beat up. I think that defense is elite. And
hey, shout out Green Bay, Jacksonville.
I still don't believe in Trevor Lawrence, man. I just don't. he got to show me, man. He has to show me. I don't believe.
Okay. You says Trevor has to show you.
Yeah,
I think Deshaun also has to show us.
He does, but Cleveland's defense is elite. So, like,
true.
Yeah.
Man, I got Deshaun playing like Kobe, man. I'm going with the Browns. Like Kobe when he was fighting that murder charge. I mean the rape charge.
Oh wow!
Man, I don't remember Kobe murdering people other than the basketball court.
Okay, all right. He ain't playing like no Kobe, man.
I doubt we see Deshaun play anything like Kobe, but I think he has an okay game enough. Because, I think Jacksonville is down their corner, Tyson Campbell. I believe one of their premier cornerbacks. So I think that opens up more opportunities for you to make those passes a little bit better. Run game is, in my opinion, is still a little bit better, even without Nick Chubb being there.
Right.
I think
roam forward.
Cleveland has the ball enough to be able to run the ball as much as they want to. And like you said, I mean, Myles Garrett coming after Trevor Lawrence, it's going to get a little shaky out here. So I'm going to go with
they got Pro Bowl caliber players on every level of that defense.
AFC North team.
You say what?
It's an AFC North team.
Okay, well, in that case, I changed my pick to Jacksonville.
There you go. Represent. Represent.
That's crazy.
Represent. Sell them houses, bro.
All right. Next game, we got San Francisco traveling up to Minnesota.
San Francisco. Easy.
By how much? I think that's a better question. Other than them winning, by how much?
Double digits.
Double digits?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're going to release the hounds on Sam Darnold. He's going to be seeing ghosts again.
I hear you on that. Yeah. Jack, 49ers by 14. I see you, Jay. I see you. All right. See
about 10. Yeah.
Seattle travels to New England.
That's going to be a good game. It's going to be a really good game. But
Seattle,
two really good defensive coaches.
Who's offense?
Seattle, I think they're more talented on offense. Of course, they got DK Metcalf. They got what's my man name? Kenneth Walker III, Zach Charbonnet, Geno Smith. Seattle, yeah.
And they got that receiver out of Ohio State.
Oh yeah, JSN. That's right. Yep.
Wait, I think he's out. I'll take that back. I think he's out. He might not play. I need to look at my injury report on that one. I think he might be out. But I like Seattle. I think New England had an outlier game against Cincinnati. They riding on wave number 10. And we're finally finna see what New England's supposed to look like for the rest of the year. And that's doo-doo. All right. Moving on. The Jets and Aaron Rodgers get to go to Tennessee. Out there in Tennessee.
The Jets. I think they're going to get back on. I think the defense is embarrassed after what happened to them Monday night. I think they're going to want to make an example. There's no Derrick Henry in Tennessee.
Nope.
Now, they do have a good receiving core, but I think if they're getting after Will Levis, which I think they will, then it's going to be a lot harder for that receiving core to get off. So, yeah, I go Jets.
Jets?
Mm-hmm.
Gino?
Jets.
Easy day. Now, we get into a fun one. Battle of the bottom of the barrel. New York Giants go to Washington.
Madness.
That's terrible. Oh, my gosh. That is terrible. Jeez. I don't even.
Madness.
I want to see Washington win it too, man. I think the quarterback makes the difference, man. Daniel Jones has more pick sixes than touchdowns after securing
Yeah, that's an absurd stat, isn't it? That's crazy. Since he signed his deal, he got more pick sixes than touchdowns. That's
watch him out with the Washington. Brandon, we didn't even say anything. We said, oh yeah, we did say bottom of the barrel.
Listen, that's my man. What up, B? But nah, yeah, it is bottom of the barrel, Commanders and Giants. But I got to go with Washington. So yeah,
think we all got Washington, G.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Easy day. All right, the Rams travel to the desert in Arizona.
Oh, the Rams.
I got the Rams.
Got the Rams?
Yeah.
After all that, man, you were just raving about man. The Cardinals, they played the Cardinals.
Who? Not me.
Gee.
Oh, okay.
Didn't you say something about the Cardinals?
That was last week.
Oh, last week. Okay.
Yeah. That
New week, huh? New week, new you.
Yeah. New week, new team.
All right. Excuse my voice, guys. Pittsburgh travels to Denver.
Pittsburgh. Yeah, Pittsburgh. That defense, I think, is going to eat Bo Nix alive. Pause. It's going to be bad.
Come on, man. We gonna do it like that?
That's what he's going to do.
That's what it is.
And it's already looking like Russell Wilson is still not going to play. They're already preparing for Justin Fields to start. So
yeah.
I think Denver's still gonna be in trouble. I wanted to see some bright spots out of Bo Nix, but I think he's just too risky of a passer right now. He throws into a lot of double, triple coverage. I think they definitely need to address that. And you can't be throwing anywhere near double coverage against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's defense is top 5, top 3 in the last couple of years. You got TJ Watt chasing after him.
Yeah, I think he's not even that. Like he thinks he's fast, and he's not slow, but he's about to find out what fast really is when that Pittsburgh pass rush is chasing him. So
I think him and TJ run the same 4.2. I mean, 40. So TJ gonna be right there, like. Hey, bro, where you going, man? I'm right here. Yeah. I'm right here, man. Go ahead and throw that out of bounds. All right. So
I like to see the Steelers. I like to see the Steelers defense. I wish Russell Wilson wasn't hurt. I'd like to see that matchup. Russell versus the whole team.
Talking about Russell Wilson.
Curb,
where is he now?
Curb stomp.
Yeah,
just a curb stomp.
I like that.
You know how it is, man. They got 5 games to get it together, and then he going in the gauntlet. And so come on, you know what this is, man. You know.
I like to address the chat real quick.
You see Tyler?
Yeah, I'm about to say the chat is going ham. Broncos take this one. Denver defense is underrated. I also see AJ is also picking Denver. Denver, explain why you would pick Denver. Brandon, Steelers don't want to play Russ, and no one is speaking on it.
I think I agree with that. I really do. I think that they want to give him the benefit of the doubt because he's a champion. He's a veteran. He's been to 2 Super Bowls, but I don't think that they see it. I think they want what's his name? They see a bigger upside at this point in Justin Fields. And again, Arthur Smith, his system better fit.
I'm laughing at Tyler, man. Russell Corny ass and being inactive.
Yep, go Hawks. Broncos country. Let's ride. Mr. Unlimited.
Hey, what they said the new one was in? Let's roll out or something like that. I forgot.
I don't even know. I can't remember what somebody said it in the chat last time with the new one is.
Tyler, man. What's Russ? I don't even know. Russell's new slogan, bro? What's Russell's new slogan? Just being a Steelers hater, AJ. Okay, he's not that hurt. I mean, like me, the calf is something serious. When you do anything and how he pushed it. He was pushing a sled. When you push a sled, that's a sign of you like hurting your calf is close to Achilles.
Yeah, so you have to let that recover completely.
Yeah, I can understand that recovery. Yeah. Russell Wilson's 35 years old.
I was about to say he's 35. Man, stop doing that, man. No, when you say he's 35, I was just about to say that. So
just speaking ahead of you.
Tyler had $1 million, and he would never, and the Steelers was favored to win. He had never put money on the Steelers. This dude will not. It doesn't matter who on the other side. He's not going against. He's not riding with the Steelers, bro.
But this is not about riding with the Steelers. This is about making objective picks. That's what that's about. Hold on. Edward says so. The whole panel's taking the Rams. Y'all
he's
not
right,
worried
though.
about their offensive line.
He's right.
Plus, they're a top wide receiver injured. That is true, but
second, Cooper Kupp.
Exactly. Puka, Cooper Kupp was injured for a long time last year, right? And Puka Nacua was still getting busy. And then on top of that, they can run the football with Kyler Williams and Blake Corum. So again, when you can run the ball, Kyron the Siren.
The siren.
Oh. Okay, so anyway, pause. That was terrible just for being
grown man, bro. God,
it just looked terrible. It just looked terrible. Brandon says, I think he's still talking about Russell Wilson. They benched him before week 1, but he was suited up to play. And they didn't announce he wasn't starting until the day before the game. And then with another week, you're saying he isn't ready. I call bull. Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, I do like it's not that serious. Tomlin is a serious coach, and if Russ could play, he would play. I think Tomlin is also being optimistic, man. Like I said, from a personal training perspective, that calf is close to the Achilles, and at age 35, if you still feel anything, Russell's a scrambler. You need your calf, and that calf is connected to that Achilles.
Correct.
That thing can pop at any moment in time. Because if he goes out there, say for instance, he goes out there, he hurts his calf, and now he has a strained Achilles or a popped Achilles. Now we're looking at Tomlin like, bro, you knew he was hurt. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he's damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Where Russell is in his career, I think if his Achilles is done, he's done. Because he's not going to be able to come back and be effective after that. We've already seen how much he's fallen off. So I don't even see that.
Very true. Very true.
Yep. All right,
let's move on. Let's keep moving.
Yeah.
Cincinnati. Mr. Burrow coming off of a 17-10 loss.
Yeah, New England
travels to Pat Mahomes, Kansas
City. You mean to Burrowhead Stadium?
Burrowhead Stadium.
Burrowhead. What's he 3-1 in his career against Pat Mahomes? I think he's the only quarterback in the league with a winning record against my homeboy.
Yeah, is it 2-1 or 3-1?
3-1.
It's 3-1. 3-1. Okay.
Yeah. Now Mahomes knows that, and he's not saying anything, but he's got an attitude about it. But I think also Cincinnati coming off of what happened to them last week against freaking New England, I'm sure that they're working it out and drawing up some stuff. I am going with Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Wow.
What happened, bro? Look,
Tyler
at Jones when he's not surrounded by all pros.
Wow.
So that's two.
But I think most quarterbacks look that way when they don't have elite talent on the outside, though. Most quarterbacks. That said, he does have all pros most of the times, and he's a beast when he has them. I'm going with Cincinnati in this one.
Okay. G, what you got?
I got Cincinnati only because they beat the Ravens. The Chiefs beat the Ravens in a dogfight last week.
All right, moving on. I got Kansas City, man. I'm not dealing with G today, man. I think
you can assume for the rest of the season what G's picks are going to be.
AFC North. It was smash mouth football, man. I just don't think
smash mouth football.
I don't think those guys. I think because they played the Ravens last week, and they barely got out of that stadium with that win. Then they got Taylor Swift on their side as well. Those types of superpowers, along with the refs, it's going. It's just not going. It's not going to be a win for them.
Gee, man,
but they're all there.
I think the stuff that they got away. Hold on, I think the stuff they got away with last week, they won't be able to get away with this week, like all those bullshit calls. And I like the Bengals.
Let the Taylor Swift thing go, man. Shake it off, G.
G, man, come here. You need some love, bro. God, please, man.
Oh man. Listen up real quick. If you're in the chat, y'all, and you haven't already, please make sure you go ahead, click that like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. Helps the show grow, helps the YouTube hit the algorithm and get the show out to more people. All right. So make sure you're doing that.
Sorry, y'all went with the Chiefs?
No. I went with the Bengals.
Yeah, I went with Kansas City.
You went KC?
I'm going with Kansas City. Yep.
Okay.
Last game on Sunday night. It's prime time. Caleb Williams travels to Houston for the first time.
Oh no, that's Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Houston.
CJ Stroud about to show that young man something.
Yeah, Houston.
Got Houston. All right, and then the grand finale, Monday night game.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Cousins goes to Philly.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, I think Philly's gonna take that one easily.
Yeah. I
I
think.
had them losing that one on my preseason trajectory.
Oh wow, AJ. Jeez.
What's that?
He said Houston by 20. And look at
Oh,
Tyler.
if Caleb looks like he did last week, I'd say, boy, look,
Wow.
he's gonna beat the fingernail polish off Caleb.
Yo, speaking of Caleb, do y'all hear this dude in the press conferences? He'd be like,
Nope.
"The Bears." Like the way he says it, I'm like, "Yo, what's wrong with you?"
All right, man, it's been good, y'all. Man, I'm gonna go ahead and log off real quick.
I'm just imitating him. Like real talk. That's how he says it. Yeah, I'm like, whoa, what is that?
Go Bears.
Yeah, it's a bad look. It's a bad look.
Well, I appreciate we all got Philly. Mark that off.
I'm talking about me.
Brandon
He's
says
gonna get his own show canceled.
No, I didn't even say
You better
anything.
leave them people alone, man.
I'm just saying what he says. I didn't say anything about it. I didn't say it's good or
leave
bad.
them people alone, man.
I just said what he says, man. That's
Go
all.
Bears.
The Bears.
Man, wait for me to get this mixer, bro. I'm gonna be.
Oh, you gonna have all the drops, huh?
Go Bears. I'm not mad at you.
Yeah.
I think he meant to say mad at you. I'm not mad at you, Taylor. I'm a Bears fan and Texas by 30.
Wow.
They look bad, man. I mean, Caleb had an awful game. Like I said, defense is truly the only reason why, and special teams. I believe they had a kick six. I want to say Kirk Cousins gets a dub.
Y'all see this?
In Philly?
That's what he says.
And Philly beat Bry?
That's what he says. Okay. All right, Brandon. We'll see about that, bro.
Yeah, what's the reason? Yeah, go ahead and give us the reason, man. Comment on the reason. Watson's massage girls are safe around Caleb. I mean, nah. Caleb taking them all to the nail salon. Caleb taking them to the nail salon.
Yo,
Go Bears. You ready to go get your nails done? Go Bears.
Oh my gosh.
Go Bears. I need to get my acrylics fixed. Go Bears.
Y'all gotta stop.
They be tripping today, man.
Go Bears.
Not gonna be able to do it.
Go Bears.
Oh my goodness.
Man. The Eagles only favored by 6.5. Oh my bad, AJ. I missed you coming. Caleb been throwing that claw up off all season. All season.
Caleb is going to get the full 3 years. They're gonna, if he doesn't play well this year, they're gonna fire Eberflus, bring in a new coach.
Oh yeah,
and try to make that work. They did a lot for Caleb in terms of building that team and getting ready for him. So they're gonna give him every opportunity to succeed before it fails.
And he's down to rookie now. I mean, the rookie, I think he's on IR for the next 4 weeks. So Adunze. There you go.
He's on IR. I know he had.
I know he's out, but I think they put him on 4-week IR or something like that.
Got you.
But Eagles only favored by 6.5 points. Something is off with that. Vegas is always going Vegas, man. Eagles gonna win and probably just be by some last minute touchdown, and they win by 3 or 5 or something like that. Man. You know how Vegas does it. The score they'll probably be up 13, and then at the last second, freaking Atlanta scores a touchdown, and they're now up 6. So
okay,
I think that's your 6.5 right there.
So Brandon says he's just got a gut feeling on that on Atlanta getting that win in Philly. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay, B. All right, we'll find out, man.
Yeah, if Kirk Cousins turns back into the gunslinging Kirk Cousins, we might have a game, but
we might.
I think Philly gonna.
All right, so that's the pick 'em. We got that. Yep. Got everything down.
Yes, sir.
All right, good stuff. Good stuff.
Saved.
All right, so what we'll do at this time, we'll go ahead and open up the phone lines 904-219-8261. Anybody who wanted to call in and give thoughts on these games and whatnot coming up week 2, go ahead and do that. It's also scrolling on the bottom of the screen, 904-219-8264. I think I wrote 8261 in the chat. My bad.
Yeah, you did put one.
I did. 8264. My bad, y'all. Salam Sneed, what's going on, my brother? How you doing?
Sneed.
264. There we go.
Go Bears.
I'll tell you, yo, go look that up when we get off of here, man. You'll see. You'll see. It's kind of interesting. I'll say that.
I'm bad dog.
Yeah.
Go Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
Oh,
I'm
my
about to
goodness.
look this up right
Yeah,
now.
look that up, man. You'll
Caleb
see.
Williams,
I was
the
like, Caleb
Bears.
Williams, the Bears. You'll see. When I heard that, I was like, wait, what? Like, Chicago is a gritty, hard-nosed town. You know what I'm saying? It's not supposed to sound like that.
Does he say it like he says that at the end, like the closeout?
I think so. I think he said it and then like walked away from the podium at these press conferences.
I need to be able to say it. Listen to this. The Bears.
Yeah, you'll see it.
Hold on.
In the meantime, let's see. Got 10 in the chat. We should have 8 or 10 likes, man. We need those. 5.
I'm gonna keep searching.
All right,
searching. Sneed,
Yeah,
I
do that.
tried to tell you. Sneed, I tried to tell you. He can
Sneed
do it
was
from
on
the
show
pocket,
the other
man.
night. Sneed called in the other night and said that he wanted to say he was wrong and that about Aaron Rodgers.
Hey man,
Yeah, he called in the other night to say that.
That's what debating is about, brother. But no, man. I mean, Aaron can truly sit there in the pocket, make some throws, man. It was a few drops going on. I mean, you could tell there's a lot of rust going on over there. And then you also played San Fran, who could, run game. Everything about San Fran was just clicking. You had Jordan Mason running the ball just for as ferocious as he did. Almost what am I'm missing his name? The quarterback, Jesus Christ. San Fran's quarterback. Purdy. There you go. Purdy. He made some good throws. I think in the third quarter he started he was a little off a little bit, but he was making some great throws. And like I said, San Fran is Aaron Rodgers' bugaboo, man. He just can't seem to get right with them boys. Man.
But also, man, it's his first game back after missing like a whole year. So
True.
You know, we'll see what happens down the road.
They said he threw his first touchdown in like 600 something games.
Huh?
I think it was like his first touchdown in like 600 plus games.
Days.
Days. Well, I say games.
Yeah, that sounds like
days.
Yeah.
Still like games. I'm like, damn, that's his whole career.
right. Yeah, I'm like, that don't sound right.
No, man, days, 600 plus days.
All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and let's move to the second topic. So last night I did a segment on Deshaun Watson, everything that was going on with him, and I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to weigh in on that and give your thoughts. Basically, my thing is that I feel like that was arguably the worst deal in NFL history. The $230 million fully guaranteed that Cleveland gave Deshaun Watson out of desperation, knowing that he had all those cases. And then so his first year there, he gets the 11-game suspension, comes back for 6 games. Then the following season, he only plays 6 games, and he gets hurt for the rest of the year. Then he comes back that third season, which was game 1 last week, and plays pretty much like garbage, gets mauled and mollywopped against Dallas. And so my take is that I don't think we're ever going to see the Deshaun Watson that we saw in Houston ever again. And on top of that, Cleveland now has to navigate the very tricky situation of the fact that there's another case against Deshaun Watson. And this time it's not even a sexual harassment case. It's sexual assault. Like, he's actually there's a civil suit against him now for a real rape case, like forcible penetration rape.
Wow.
Yeah. So apparently I had the clip, but you can if you want to hear the actual clip, you can go to the episode from last night and check that out. But basically it was the claimant, the accuser, states that on her first date with Deshaun Watson, I guess he came to the house to pick her up or whatever. She was in the bathroom putting on makeup. She came out of the bathroom and he was naked, laying on his stomach in her bed. At which point he told her, massage his buttocks. And so then he turned over and says, hey, like, what do you want to do? And she was like, I don't want to do this. And according to her, this is her testimony. Obviously, none of us were there. We don't know. According to her, he basically at that point partially took her clothes off, forcibly penetrated her, And then at some point she managed to fight him off and run out of there, at which point, like, you know, he followed her. So I'm like, man, that's crazy. It's not that serious, man. I appreciate you on that, bro. I really tried to navigate it carefully. Obviously, we know how difficult those type of topics can be, especially in the current environment. So yeah. So, you know, he's not playing well on field. He's had a number of injuries. He's trying to recover and get back to his, you know, Houston level of excellence. And then beyond that, he's got all this craziness going on off the field. And so it's wild. So yeah, I gave my thoughts on that last night, but it's y'all's turn. So G, Transformer, whoever want to start, go ahead.
G, you got it?
Nah, you got it.
I mean, where do you start, bro? Where do you start?
Exactly.
Demonetized. That's what G trying to do.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, I think I pretty much think you know, wwithout saying you touched on anything. Jesus, that was just gonna not be a great start.
Come on, man. No Diddy shirt. Come on, man.
I mean, I think you spoke on it pretty well, man. You don't want to say certain things without thinking certain ways.
Yeah.
That the fact that, you know, after all this time, you know, the big man, it's not gonna come off right. All right, basically somebody else trying to get some money. You can't help but think of something that way.
That's what I thought. It seems like a money grab to me.
It's like another money grab. Like he already has a track record of this, so it's a little bit easier to target him.
That's right.
Still fresh on the NFL's mind.
Yes. And so nobody's going to believe him if he denies it.
Exactly. And I'm like, okay, well, ma'am, man, and you know what? Deshaun's age is like, man, just hush her up, man. Let's just hush her up, and let's just try to move on from the situation. The kid's already going through enough. The man is still only 28 years old. He's not had a great season since what, 2020?
3 years ago, yeah.
3 years. So I mean, it's been a minute since he's had that fourth, well, I think 4,900-yard season. Other than that, he's been fighting controversy this entire time, and now he's just trying to get back into just being a football player and not being freaking defended in court the whole time. You know what I mean? So I think that's big, man. But I think you spoke on it pretty well, bro. Without elaborating too much for Deshaun Watson, it's just like at this moment, bro. Everything you do is being you know, under a microscope. So
and not even that, he could be an angel for the rest of his life, but he's already smeared. It's over.
Oh, it's already over. It's already over. You're labeled already.
So let me say this, and if I can speak for you two gentlemen, I've known you guys for a while, so I think I can say this without being off. No one here on this panel is saying that he didn't do it. No one here on this panel is saying that he did it, right? None of us were in that room.
Correct.
In the American system, you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. Unfortunately, when you're a man dealing with any accusations from a woman, it's the exact opposite. Correct. You are guilty until you prove yourself innocent. And that's unfortunate, but that's how the system is, and that's how our society works now. But
even if you're proven innocent, the label is still there.
Still there.
The label's still there.
And it'll never go away.
Like, oh no, you had that rape charge going. Like, I was innocent.
Right.
That could
ruin you for endorsement deals, all that. Like, you know, one of the things I said about this last night was that even with all of that, right? Let's just say hypothetically he's not guilty and it's proven. He could, in theory, he could go and sue her for defamation of character and all that. But guess what? He's still going to look bad in public, in the court of public opinion. Why? Because he's going to look like the bully, right? The big rich guy. She probably doesn't have a lot of resources. So, why are you suing her? You trying to do this and that, blah, blah, blah. He's going to look like the bully. So there's no winning for him, no matter how this thing turns out, even if he didn't do it. And this is a made up situation. Not saying it is, but if it is, and most states don't even really have anything to publish a false accusation other than, you know, a charge for making a false statement. Exactly. And I don't even think that's enough though, because you can ruin somebody's life with one of these things,
bro.
You know
and that's why I don't like when the public makes that thought like you just did. Like, oh, if he countersues, like, what you bullying her now? Man, she tried to end my career. This is my life.
And take a big chunk of my dough that I worked so hard for and put my body on the line for.
So not only is Watson my father's name, so I'm carrying a legacy.
Yes.
Here. I'm trying to get myself out of a situation that I
Mhm.
was just in with what 20
Mhm.
something counts of
Mhm.
sexual assault. So it's like,
Mhm.
come on, like, and then you kind of pile on top of that. Oh, of course
Yeah.
I'm going to countersue.
Right. And
I'm tired of being like labeled as such and such,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
you got no proof. Oh, if they found out that
Right.
I'm innocent, oh, I'm
Right.
countersuing immediately.
And my last thing there before we get to G is that I'm looking at this thing and I'm saying, this is not even like, okay, he wanted me to touch him or he touched me inappropriately. Like, this is rape.
What?
According to what she said, this is rape. So if this
Yeah.
is rape, why are you only going for a civil suit? You just trying to get some money, right? Where's the criminal case?
That's an easy
Like,
way
that's
to
what I'm
close out the
saying.
case.
And Tyler, this is, I mentioned this on the show last night. 2 grand juries in the state of Texas where you will probably get electrocuted for stealing an apple if you're hungry. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
Like the
pretty
state
much.
of Texas don't play, you know? So I mentioned that as well. So yeah, it's all crazy, man. It really is. Oh, facts. It's not that serious.
Yeah,
This is
it'll be
something I've
anonymous.
said for years. Absolutely. Because notice, in those cases, they don't ever release the name of the complainant.
The defendant is always the one.
But they put the defendant out there. Like, why are you doing
That's
that?
crazy.
How about you keep
Where's the
both names
proof?
quiet until
Exactly.
right?
It should be a sealed case. It should be a case that is extremely exclusively
Correct.
sealed until
Correct.
we have valid proof
Yes.
that there's like all the evidence shows like, okay, now we can bring it out to the light that Sean Watson had a sexual assault.
Right. Because you
24,
protect the
found
accuser,
convicted, found
Right.
convicted. You
Right.
have to find me, you have to convict me of said crime instead of an accusation.
Absolutely.
Accusations can still ruin my career.
Ruin my career, even if I'm innocent.
Even if I'm innocent,
Yeah.
man. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. But let's go ahead and get G's thoughts on this, man. We've been yapping. G, what you got, man?
This dude is a fucking idiot. There's no way.
Well, there's that too.
You allow yourself to constantly be put in these situations. This
I
team
think
failed.
This is past tense, though, right?
Yeah, this is an old. I think they said this happened in like 2020, allegedly.
Yeah, so this is.
And so, but now she's coming out with the. But anyway, go ahead.
Same deal. I mean, there's no way you allow yourself to be put in a situation where all these people are coming at you. You don't have alibis for none of this shit. Even though, like Tyler said, 2 grand juries couldn't establish it. This could be one of those things where, he did make those changes and he addressed those vulnerabilities in his life, and he's no longer putting himself in that situation. And like you said, this is something that happened in the past. If so, I'd like to see the young fella really just concentrate on football and stop, messing with the the beat off joints. And but we saw Bob Kraft in the same situation as well, right? And he's wondering,
we know
why
that's
he's
very, very different. We know that's very, very different.
Hold on, but they're not allowing him in the Hall of Fame, right? With all his accolades as an owner. So that's one of his fights that's going on right now. But man,
I don't care.
He does though. I think it's a thing. It's crazy though, because the Hall of Fame, the Hall of Fame is not supposed to. External factors are not supposed to preclude you from getting into the Hall of Fame. Just ask freaking what's his name? Lawrence Taylor. I talk about it all the time. Crackhead Lawrence Taylor. He's in the Hall of Fame. You know how many dudes in the Hall of Fame that are smacking their wives around and all that? Not that I am advocating domestic violence in any way. Absolutely not. But y'all get the point.
Like I was saying, man, to my point, you should never put yourself in these positions. I mean, after you got bit one time, that should have been enough for you to, kind of double down, focus on football, protect that bag. You just signed a multi-million-dollar contract that's guaranteed, and just play football. Like, you should no longer be in anybody's limelight negatively. And let's say, for instance, this doesn't happen, and it's just a money grab. By all means, you like you said, Transformer. We're going to prosecute her to the fullest extent of the law. You know what I'm saying? My team is going to do that. The fullest extent of the law, man. Right.
Okay, but what do you get from that, right? She's probably a regular person, don't have any real money, so you can't get anything from that. And again, on top of that,
it sends a message. I think it sends a message.
Listen,
a message. Like, look, y'all better stop that, man. Like, y'all out here just trying to secure.
However,
bag,
if he did do it,
lives and careers.
If he did do it, then I feel like the law should be the same. Like, You know what I'm saying? Like he
Listen,
should.
I agree.
Whatever he got coming to him, he should get.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know what though? I think this is my opinion. If you falsely accuse somebody of something, whatever the punishment they were going to get, you should get that. If it's found that you falsely accused, I bet that'll stop a whole bunch of people from falsely accusing, because people know how powerful those accusations are, especially in 2024. You know what I'm saying? They know that. So they know that, especially when you're dealing with somebody famous and wealthy, either they're going to give up the money or their name is going to get smeared, and chances are they're going to give up the money. But yeah, this whole was this whole Deshaun Watson thing is crazy, man. Tyler says you can't get anything from chicken with no eggs. Just got to cut a check and continue to collect 70 mil a year. Yeah, you do. But the problem is, like, I mean, I guess the precedent is already set, but like, how many more accusers are going to continue to come out of the woodwork, you know, every so often and say, oh, he did it to me too, knowing that, you know what I'm saying, knowing that he's just going to settle to try and make it go away. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough spot. Steve, what's good, man? What's good? Good to see you. Yeah, it's a tough spot, because the more you settle, I feel like the more they're going to keep coming. But I guess there's nothing you can do about it. Better than the alternative, right?
But like I said, I
he
think
had
that's
like
the
the
point
whole.
you want to counter.
He had like every raffle, every freaking massage therapist in the world lined up to get that check. Said that this yo made them. Like, I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life, bro. I was just like, this is crazy, man. Like,
I was just about to. I'm not even gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone.
What?
Yo, Steve is wild. Steve, that is not going on the screen. I'm telling you that now.
Oh boy,
that's not going on the screen.
Oh lordy.
Yeah, Steve kept it a buck, but I feel you, Steve. It's not that serious. You're 100% right. You're 100% right, man. They definitely do. Oh, yeah. Only justice for some people, right?
True.
No, Steve, you good? You good? I'm just saying, I'm not, you know.
We're just not gonna, display it.
Yes.
You can say what you want to in the comments.
Yeah, I can't control that.
Can't control the comments, but
correct.
We can control what we display. You know what I
mean? Go.
What's going on, Chris?
Yeah, I like what 50 Cent did, man. When he sued that one chick that came after him like that, and then he just constantly just blasted her every day, like constantly just put her on blast. I think that's what you gotta do to these hoes if they, if it comes to a point where he didn't do all these things that they saying he doing.
The Bears.
Oh man, Tyler, that makes sense. Except, I'm pretty sure most of these famous athletes, I'm pretty sure most of them do that until it goes bad. You know what I'm saying? You got women throwing themselves at you. You live in 50%. Yeah, and then you don't realize it or try to stop it until it goes bad. So I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that makes it okay. I'm just saying I'm pretty sure that lots of famous athletes put themselves in that position. Think about it. Imagine Magic in the Me Too era, all the stuff that dude was doing. You know what I'm saying? Wilt.
Magic and Wilt.
Mike Tyson, Sugar Ray, like all these dudes was out here, and those dudes were out there living, if that's what you want to call living.
Ray Charles. The boy couldn't see him, was still getting bun everywhere he went. That boy was
you look good. You look good. You look good. You feel like you got a great spirit.
Oh.
Let me sing to you.
Oh my God, Tyler. No, I get it. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just giving you, a different perspective. I get it. All right, so let's do this. I'm going to open up the phone lines on this. For what I'm gonna say.
Everybody but Steve.
Let's get it.
What I'm going to say is, when y'all call in, if you want to call in on this topic, please do not get me demonetized. Please do not get me demonetized. Think about what you say before you say it. All right, let's go. 904-219-8264. 904-219-8264. Free speech is not a real thing.
No, not right now.
Oh,
if Steve call in, I'm turning my camera off.
Right?
Don't worry,
Oops.
I'll interpret for y'all.
No, but in all seriousness, we would love to hear some of your thoughts on this topic. Just clean it up. That's all I ask. Yeah, but yeah, this Deshaun Watson thing is,
man, he got to put
it's
himself
wild.
on.
And at the end of the day, back to the football piece, yeah, this got to be the worst contract ever. You gave this dude all this money fully guaranteed, and you're getting nothing from it.
I was going to elaborate on that. I found an article on the whole transpire of the entire trade.
Oh, they freaked off his whole contract, bro.
Hold on. What you got transformed? Go ahead.
So Deshaun Watson was traded from Houston for the Browns 22, 23, 24 first round pick, along with fourth rounders in 22 and 24 and a third in 2023. Those picks came out to be Will Anderson.
Ooh.
They merged some of the picks against Stephon Diggs.
Okay.
Due to seeding, they ended up getting C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson in the same draft, right?
Yeah. Football picks are worth way more than basketball picks.
With the 73rd pick, which was the Browns' third round pick, they was able to trade up and get Tank Dell.
There you go. Jeez.
I mean, it's pick after pick where they're just striking with gold. And right now, Houston, I mean, Cleveland, you lost your picks. You lost one heck of a check and $230 million that's guaranteed. And now you're dealing with accusations. I just think it's probably the most one-sided trade in NFL history.
It is. And at the end of the day, what you might still need to do is just go ahead at some point and you gotta, and I mentioned this last night when I was talking about it. Now you gotta have the lawyers start digging through that contract and looking for morals clauses that you can try to get out of it. Let's go ahead and take this call. It's not that serious. What's good, bro?
Do you hear my set clear?
Yeah. Very clear. Thank you, man.
All right, man. I'll be, I appreciate the channel, so I'm not gonna do anything to keep you monetized or anything. But I am gonna be honest. One of the first points that you made is about how the consequence issue. Like some of these when they'll start these charges and kind of find out that they're false, and then there's no repercussions. This man could have had time in jail for the rest of his life and all these other different things that involve him. But when they find out that they're innocent, then they covering up for her, they're hiding her identity and all these other little situations. And I'll put it this way: this is analogy. This is actually an analogy that I gave to a female friend of mine, and that post I put about how people like the ideal of justice, but they don't like justice for what it is. And so this is what I told her because it was a kind of a conversation like this. I said, say for example, you see someone, on warrant today, shoot somebody in the head and kill them, and you'll be like, they ask you, what should a penalty be for something like that? And they'll say, well, electric chair or lifetime in prison, whatever. They'll give the most draconian punishment for that situation. And so then I didn't ask her. I said, what if that was your mother? What if that was your brother? And I gave a whole list of other individuals. I said, would you still feel better? And she did not answer. I said, people like that do their justice, but they don't like it for what it is. And that's kind of the situation going on. You think after the Me Too movement, everybody will be moving differently. But no. Because Hollywood and all these different, professional, sports and stuff like that, the way they're supposed to live is way different than the average person, you and I or whoever lives. And there's a lot of atrocious things that's going on behind those doors. And so it's weird how it's dictated how some things get exposed and some things still get covered up no matter what information is coming out. And so what I think about in this situation with Deshaun Watson, if he freaky or whatever the situation is, maybe, I don't know. I'm not going to get into all that. But it's always going to be suspicious to me how that information came out after he denied everything that the detectives were offering. because he didn't like the situation with the team, the coaching, losing D-Hop and all these other different things. And he's just like, he didn't like the organization to the point that J.J. Watt co-signed him. And all of a sudden, he took that heart of the sand. All of a sudden, now you got 20 plus women talking about all these situations.
Yep.
The match is a match, and I take very seriously, sexual assault, stuff like that. Anybody that's involved in the situation, they should get whatever the law, with a situation. And then, but if this is a scam or if these things are untrue, what do you do? Because
I don't know, man.
It's a crazy scenario, man. And so it makes everybody at a certain point jaded or cynical because you're never really given the truth. You're only given a narrative, and that kind of shapes how we view things. There's no detail of the situation where it's like, well, I'm not going to question it because these other girls are talking about suspicious situations.
Mm-hmm.
But this last individual talk about actual rape, which is nothing to play with. 3-4 years ago, why not call the police? Why not get a rape? Whatever the situation is, you're always going to question it if you're a truthful individual because 3 to 4 years after that situation, which is serious and horrendous, it's bad. And another point I'll bring out, and I'll get off of this, how people, change the meaning of what mental health is. People today use it as an excuse for not to do things, as opposed to what it really is. Mental health is a very serious thing, a situation, something to be taken seriously. But you sad and not feeling good, or you don't agree with the situation, you don't like the outcome of how it happened.
Right.
So all of a sudden, I was in duress and I couldn't, everything was so convoluted and messy. What can you really fix it? And that's kind of more my point of that situation.
Nah, I feel you, man. Thank you for the call, man. I appreciate you dropping
no
that.
problem. I kept seeing as I could.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it.
Yeah, that was PG.
Yeah,
PG as it gets.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate the feedback from you always and the support, man. Thank you, brother.
No problem. Thanks for the call, man.
No doubt.
Absolutely. The Bears. The Bears.
You're gonna make me get a drop for that, man. I'm gonna have to. But
you got to now.
Right? But here go the other thing too, though, right? With this. So the other thing that people seem to gloss over, Tony Busby, who's the dude who is the attorney for all these women that were coming out making these accusations against Deshaun Watson. It's an interesting coincidence that he's tight with the owner of the Texans. Just saying. I mean, some of this stuff just looks funny. Anyway, I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave it right there. It was good to get y'all's feedback. I definitely wanted to get your take on that and have you guys have an opportunity to give your thoughts on the matter because it's kind of wild. All right, so let's do this. We're gonna move right on. Shedeur Sanders, one of the best quarterbacks in the country. We are seeing him, and I think he's special. The problem is obviously the team around him, for the most part, is not. I mean, he's got elite skill guys, but he's being he's being bodied because they can't keep him upright.
He's running for his life.
Yeah, the protection's terrible. They can't run the football. It's just a bad spot. Yeah, Steve, you're absolutely right. There's a lot, but yeah, Shedeur, he's not getting protected. They can't run the football. For whatever reason, Pat Shurmur, who's an NFL guy at the OC spot, he is calling a lot of deep pass concepts, which are taking a while to develop and leaving Shedeur back there for more opportunities to get hit. I really don't understand it. So what I wanted to kind of get from you guys is oh man, yeah, we talked about Shannon briefly at the start of the show. Christopher, you missed that. We didn't get into it too tough, but yeah. So where were we? Yeah, Shedeur. Yes. So I'm kind of looking at him, and what I want to know from y'all is what are your thoughts on his prospects for the next level, and then we'll kind of we'll hear what Stephen A has to say about it. We'll hear what noted draft analyst Mel Kiper has to say about it. But I wanted to kind of get you guys' thoughts on Shedeur and what you think he can or can't be at the next level and what you're seeing from him. So whoever wants to start, go ahead, kick it off.
All right, okay, go ahead, G. Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, so I mean, this is the second game, right? It's the second game of the season.
Of the year. Yep.
Yep. And so we're starting to see. Well, hopefully these guys can kind of make adjustments and be a little bit better. You know, changes to offense or change the schemes, right? Like I know they ain't gonna be able to block for that kid, and it's sad. We might just see, you know, a wasted Shedeur Sanders if that offensive line can't do nothing to they protect them actually, right? They don't have a running game, and so it's not like they can lean on anything. Yeah, it's just gonna be hard. I don't know if he's gonna finish the season with that offensive line, and so
I think definitely Deion has set him down. If anything, if it start getting ugly,
if it get ugly, he definitely gonna pull. I don't know if he's gonna do it, but man, I mean, the kid running for his life, man. They're just not ready. They just don't have the personnel. Also, he can make all the throws. You know, Mr. 400. He can put 400 yards on the ground, in the air, and it's just he just don't have the tools necessary to succeed. Teams getting to him. They get into him, and I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how the season play out, but I don't have any stock in them like winning over 5 games or anything like that.
Yeah, I really was under the impression that they would coming into the Big 12, but I don't see it now. I thought they would have improved much more in the trenches, but it seems to me, I could be wrong. It seems to me that what Deion wants to do is showcase his son and Travis Hunter and Shiloh Sanders, right? And so by letting his son hang in there and make all these big throws and have a laser light show passing offense, it makes his son look better. But we know that Shedeur is going to get drafted. And at the end of the day, it's going to come down to the combine. It's going to come down to the interviews, right? And who drafts him. I mean, we can see from the tape, he's got all the tools. He's got all the skills. He's a smart quarterback. He trained with Brady. But at the end of the day, I feel like Deion is subjecting him to more than he needs to. And at the end of the day, Deion is the head coach. So he can pull the OC and say, hey, we're not doing this. Like you, I mean, obviously he's not going to say it like you're subjecting my son to blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, you're his pops and his coach. Like if that was some random kid, you wouldn't subject him to all of that beating that he's taking. Furthermore, your own son. So I don't even understand why he hasn't talked to the coach like, hey, what's going on? I mean, think about this, right? You watch Colorado play. They have all these 4 and 5 receiver sets. Like, no extra running back in the backfield to chip. Even when the running back is back there, he'll go out into the route. Like he's not staying back there to chip and give extra protection. Play with a tight end, right? I don't know if you have every team has a tight end, right? But you're not doing anything to protect this guy. You're not running any Max Pro type sets. Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like you are, okay, we know Shedeur can play. But one, are you trying to win or are you trying to show off your kids, right? For the next level. 2, again, you're allowing them to be put in dangerous situations. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Transformer, did you speak on this before we go ahead and start playing some of the clips? Go ahead, bro.
I mean, I think G, you know, spoke about it already. I mean, it's from a Shedeur standpoint, when it comes to his stock, you can't really do much to it. Other than the fact that he can get hurt.
Right.
Like, that's the only thing that can change anything is the fact that he's more liable to get hurt. The kid's up there running from his life. We've seen what he can do. We've seen he can make the throws. We've seen he can scramble. He's in a sense durable enough to, you know, withstand the game. But as far as a production standpoint for the team, what do you say all the time, Bruce? Run the ball, stop the run. You can't run. You can't run the ball. You can't protect the quarterback.
They're terrible.
You know what I mean? So at that point, you're in a situation to where the team itself is going to look terrible. I mean, anything that comes out positive from the offensive side of the ball is coming from Shedeur Sanders. So I think that only just leaves him where he's at from a draft perspective. He's going to go top 5. The NFL teams are already looking at him. But, I mean, from a Colorado Buffs perspective, we're just like, I mean, you guys are freaking awful, man. You got to protect your best asset. You can't even protect your asset. You can't run the ball. You can't stop the run. You know what I mean? So it's like, from a team perspective, it's just awful. But for Shadur Sanders, I mean, he's set. He's set to go top 5 next year.
All right. Well, let's hear what Stephen
Shiloh get drafted. I don't see why people say Shiloh get drafted.
He's going to get drafted, but I don't think he's going to be a first round pick. I think he'd probably be like a mid round guy. But that's cool. Send 2 sons to the league. He'd be all right.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Let's hear what Stephen A had to say on First Take about Shadur.
Last year, the Colorado Buffaloes had the worst rushing attack in the nation, averaging 68.9 yards per game. Do y'all know that they're worse this year at 37.5 yards? That is an atrocity. That is horrible. Okay, now, FYI, loss to sacks are included in rush yards in college football, not the NFL. But in college football, the amount of times that you're sacked and the yardage that you lose, that counts as a rush, okay? Shadur Sanders has been sacked 58 times since last season. 58 times, second most in the nation. He's getting slaughtered. And so now you have a situation in Colorado where the offensive line was obviously a priority. You got 5 new offensive linemen. They look worse than they did last year. And then on top of it all,
the turnover, it's so hard to gain chemistry for an offensive line.
So you don't have an offensive line, which means you can't pass protect and you can't run block. So we don't even know how to judge the running backs, and we don't know if we can judge Shadur Sanders, but so much because he's getting slaughtered.
So I think everything Stephen A said there was right. My question is it Colorado can't run or they don't have any desire to run, right?
I sacked 6 times last game. It wasn't a good game for them. So
Nebraska's defense is physical. Nebraska had a good defense last year. That defense has improved even more this year. So here's the deal, though, right? Everyone talks about Deion and the transfer portal and how many transfers he had, right? Do we know that Matt Rule had, I think, the second most transfers in the country last year? They transferred a ton as well, but guess what? Their team is playing a lot better, and they're playing in a tougher conference. Nebraska last year lost, I think, 5 games by 3 points? And what was the stat? 5 games by 3 points, and of those, there were 17 turnovers, 14 of which were had by the quarterback. And so now they got Dylan Raiola, who's really good this year. But the point is, how is it that Matt Rule he's getting his program together and he's using just as many transfers, but Deion can't figure this out? I think maybe his priorities are in the wrong place. That's me. Y'all's thoughts?
I just think, you play against you sack the quarterback 6 times. I mean, that's going to disrupt their offense. I can't look at the whole season because they haven't played everybody yet.
Right.
So, take it as one bad game, right? One bad game.
Yeah.
And hopefully they make some adjustments. I can't say, Deion is running his program in the ground. It's too early to say that.
It's coming from the ground up.
So let me ask you,
it's like they still grassroots. Like,
do y'all anticipate the program being better next year without Shadur and Jimmy Horn Jr. and Travis Hunter and Shiloh Sanders? I think
the focus will change because now the focus isn't truly on your sons anymore. Now you really can dive into the meat and potatoes. Are like, okay, my kids are gone. My kid is drafted. That part is finished. As a father, I've done my duty. Put my kid in the best situation to succeed. He's now in the NFL. I am no longer his coach. I can now hone in on the key details of what the hell the problem is with this team. What's wrong with the coaching? What's wrong with the play calling? And what's wrong with these guys up in the trenches? I got to get the bros and the players available and focus on that more than all the attention being on Shadur Sanders.
So your take is that he's kind of blinded by his son?
I think so.
Plural.
I would expect that. I mean, your son is a top 5 prospect right now. You know what I mean? At the same time, you're going to always be a father, regardless you're the coach or not. You're going to always be his father. Your biggest goal is to put your child in the best situation to succeed, and then after that, you're worried about the rest of those kids. So, I mean, I'm not mad at him for thinking that way, but I think with Shadur being gone, you can now hone in on let's truly look at our scouting team and let's truly go get some guys that can fill in the gaps and have us improve on the next season.
Okay. Well, let's listen to what Mel Kiper, noted draft analyst and scout for ESPN, what he had to say. And then after that, we'll go ahead and open up the phone lines if you all don't have anything else.
Mel, right now you have Shedeur Sanders as your 9th best player on your big board. I know the physical traits are there. My question to you is, based on the level of productivity that you believe he's going to have this year, knowing that the offensive line in Colorado is shaky at best, knowing that there are going to be some errant mistakes like the pick 6 that he threw against Nebraska in the shadow of his old goal line, can Shedeur Sanders play himself out of being a top 10 pick?
He can. He's not at 9 right now, Chris. He dropped a little bit from that. But the schedule, I think you look at where we are right now, Colorado State, that's not Nebraska. Matt Rule in year 2 always turns his teams around. I think over-under was 7.5 on them in Vegas for a win total. They're probably going to win 8 games, maybe 9. Nebraska is a much improved team, but they only were rushing 4 guys. They weren't rushing 5, 6, and they couldn't block them. So I think you got Colorado State, Baylor, the schedule down the line isn't as difficult. Okay, so I think there's going to be chances where they can compete athletically and up front better than they could at Lincoln and that environment the way it was. So I think there's chances there. There's going to be obviously some teams that are better than them coming up, but not significantly better, where he shouldn't have a fighting chance. And that's what you want, Chris. You can't evaluate a quarterback and say he's good, bad, and if he's not getting any help. So for that game, I throw it out. And people say his comments after the game, yeah, it's always got to be I. Josh Allen, after every game from the first year up until now, is saying, I got to get a little better. He never said we as a team. I have to. So when you say, well, Raiola, did you see how and when you throw it to that, I think you just go away from just say I just got to keep working. I got to get better. I got to work through this. And I think Shedeur will do that. Shedeur's a great kid, and he's a tremendous competitor. He's a heck of a quarterback, and he's not getting a fair shake right now.
So that was one thing that I didn't touch on that I do not like with Shedeur Sanders. He doesn't seem to be an accountability guy, right? And you would think that Deion, with all the training that he's given Shedeur, and that Shedeur having been in the limelight pretty much since I guess he started playing football, based on who his father is, you would think one of the things that he would have taught him or had someone teach him is that when you're in front of that podium, if it doesn't go well, take all the blame and deflect all the credit, right? Because that's what you hear and see all the great quarterbacks doing. So, for instance, Mel Kiper, he mentioned the Dylan Raiola comment. So after the Colorado game, one of the reporters asked Shedeur something and referenced Dylan Raiola, and Shedeur was like, did Dylan, how many times did Raiola get hit? Did you see his protection? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yo, that's not what you're supposed to say. What you're supposed to say is, hey, those guys over there played a great game. Hats off to them. I got to get back in the film room. I got to be better. I got to do better and do more to try and help this team win. That's it. Right? That's all you got to say as the leader, as the franchise quarterback, whether, it's pro or college. That's how you respond to that. And I'm surprised that he doesn't handle the post-game situations better than he does. That's kind of weird to me.
I don't think that changes his stock, though.
People look at those things, though, because all that has to do with leadership and the intangibles. If you're talking about a franchise quarterback, people look at those things.
I mean, Caleb walked
does
around
that take
with
away from his skill? Absolutely
fingernails
not.
and crying and all that, and he went number 1. I mean,
yeah, he had a meltdown. Remember?
He had literally a meltdown.
Believe me, I remember.
They don't care about that. Are you talented? Cool. Can we fix the issue of how you talk on the podium? Absolutely. You can fix that.
No,
man.
I get
accountability. Easy day.
Is it an easy day? Is it? I would think it is, but maybe it's not. That's all I'm saying. Steve, great question. I think so. I think the answer is yes.
You give that kid an offensive line and more time to sit back in the pocket in a run game to take the pressure off of him? Yes. I mean, the kid is looking good without these things.
I like it. I mean, we seeing a kid grow into becoming a man, and much of that is being able to, hopefully the next time he find himself in a situation, he'll be able to man up and take accountability. But like I said, we watching a kid grow into being a man. You would already say he's a man. I would differ, because as a man, it's just certain things you already know what to do, and that might be his flaw. Right? Come on, bro. Like, no, you can manage a team, but if he was a man, he would be able to take accountability for what's going on and not pointing the blame. You know what I'm saying? So that's on his father. That's on his father for not like preparing him to be that type of person. That's on his father. And
Right.
yeah, that's just how I feel.
No, I'm cool. I agree. I can't argue that. All right. Shadur, last thing you want to add, Transform, before we open up the phone lines?
Oh, nothing. I mean, we touched on it already, Pauls. It does nothing to his draft stock. In my opinion, it does nothing to his draft stock. Like, the kid's talented, all the talent that is there.
Oh, yeah.
We
No
see the
question.
film, everything
No
like
question.
that. Colorado,
the
they
tools are
have a
there.
lot of work to do. When it comes to the podium, I don't think that touches his draft stock. Like I said, we saw Caleb have a complete meltdown, painting his fingernails, crying in the middle of a game, crying at the end after the game. And like, it was just, he was by far the sure number one pick way before he even finished the season. So, I think Shadur is in a great spot, man. Testing already. It's crazy. We can't say nothing no more, man. Normal terminology that we used to say back in 2022, 2021.
Hey, I don't know what
you touched on that.
about, bro.
Let me speak on what you touched on.
This is a very different world from 2020.
Bro, we can't say nothing, bro.
Hey, it's a lot of things you can't say and can't do, man. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open up the phone lines now.
You got to be careful. You got to be careful with talking
very
about
specific.
opening up the phone lines.
I'm going to open up the phone lines, 904-219-8264, 904-219-8264. Yes, Steve, we got to say pause after everything.
After everything, man. You can't say anything.
The number is in the chat, and the number's also scrolling on the bottom of the screen. I would love to hear anybody's thoughts on Shadur Sanders, and if they wanted to add to the discussion on him before we get to the last topic, and we'll have a little bit of fun with that.
I think people still gonna watch them regardless of as the season go on and they continue to get their ass kicked, they won't have.
Yep.
I think we'll just be
gonna have hate watchers
just to watch get their ass whipped.
Yeah, they gonna have the hate watchers.
You see what happened when Shannon opened up the phone line? We see what happened.
Wow. Yo, I think we got a bunch of degenerates in our chat.
We definitely degenerate as fuck. Yo,
oh my goodness. All right. So it looks like this topic's not gonna get any calls. So let's go to the final one before we end the night. This one I think was kind of interesting. Like I said, I think I'll have a little bit of fun with it. So Shaquille O'Neal, the Diesel, the big Aristotle, the big Cactus, the big Shactus. What's some of that?
Man, what else you got?
Yeah, he had a lot of big, right. So many nicknames. But
Shaq Fu, you ain't heard about that?
You never heard that one? There was a video game for Shaq Fu. Yup.
Oh, and I played the heck out of that joint on the Sega Genesis. Shaq Fu, man. Classic. One of them
Definitely.
gems.
But Shaq was recently on a podcast. I think it was on his son's podcast, and he was asked, who are the NBA's WOTs? And I was like, WOTs? The worst of all time, worst players of all time. Yeah, in the NBA. And I was like, damn. And so we can back up a little bit. I think a big part of where that came from is, again, this was kind of an offshoot of the whole Anthony Edwards discussion. We keep getting back to it, the disrespect to past eras, so on and so forth. And a lot of times it gets to what's perceived as old school versus new school, which I don't really see it that way. I just see it as better versus worse. This generation being worse. But, so we're getting all types of different commentary and different offshoots of the discussion. And so Shaq was on, like I said, I believe he was on his son's podcast, and he was asked, who are the WOTs? Who are the worst players of all time? So I got the clip here. Let's listen to that, and then we can come back and talk about it. Or do y'all want to give y'all's guesses on, or y'all's takes on who you think are the worst players of all time before we hear what Shaq had to say?
Man, he's not wrong. He wasn't far off.
He's wrong on one of them. I'll say that.
Oh, Sim. Oh, let's see.
George Gerson, 7'6".
Wow. He's pretty bad.
Pissing pole.
My thing is like, how we like worst of all time? Are we counting?
I mean,
how
just
high
your
they were
thoughts on it.
drafted and like
Nah,
how
just
bad
like
they failed, or just
yeah.
like
I
just
mean, because
worse,
there was-
like you don't belong here.
yeah, because okay, for instance, right? We could look at what's my man named Darko Milicic, right? Drafted
Darko
number 2
Milicic.
overall. That should have been Melo in that spot going to Detroit. That would have been crazy for him. And Detroit might have won a couple more chips if that had happened. Anyway,
I would say Kwame Brown.
But okay, so hold on. We'll get to that in 1 second. So
Ooh.
Darko, he's you know, a lot of people would say he was a bust or whatever, but Darko was mad skilled. He was just ahead of his time. Like Darko would fit now. He would get busy today. Like he had game, right? But he wasn't the right fit for then and for that team. So it didn't work out. That doesn't mean that he was one of the worst of all time. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kwame Brown. So I don't even think Kwame Brown was as bad as people think, because how long that dude played in the league? Like 12 years, right? And what he averaged, like 13 and 6 for his career? Like, that's not terrible. Yeah, let's see.
I thought it was single digits.
Was it that
I don't
bad?
even think he averaged 13. I think his
Okay,
season high is 13.
Okay, then maybe I'm wrong. Let me see.
Yeah, I don't think he averaged 13 points.
Trash.
Damn. Yo, you wild, G.
You trash, bro.
You know what it is with G? Either you a bum or a superstar. Like, that's it.
There's no in between, Paul.
I was way off. 6.6 for his career.
Yeah,
6.6 to 5.5. I don't know where that
Trash.
13 came from.
Yeah,
number 1 pick.
Yeah. Trash.
I think he didn't go.
Dumpster. Booty juice. Toilet water. Dumpster. Everything. All of it.
Mm-hmm.
Name it if it sound bad, that was him.
That's pretty bad.
You played with 2 of the greatest of all time. Fail. But bum juice.
Here we go. Kwame played with Jordan, Kobe, Iverson, and so on. Couldn't average 1 assist a game. Kwame is the WOT. I don't
Did he
think
play with Iverson?
I didn't remember that. I don't remember him playing with, maybe in Detroit at the end.
Yeah, you know, he
Maybe.
did have a brief stint in Detroit.
Yeah, I think it's in Detroit.
I'm about to say Iverson played for Denver, Detroit,
and Philly. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Detroit, yep. So there you go, Tyler. Yep, with the Pistons. All right. So let's hear what Shaq had to say, and we'll come back and talk about it.
WOT NBA player.
Rudy Gobert.
Oh my God! I knew he was going to say Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert.
He's worse than Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons is another bum. No, because you know why?
I'm sorry to Rudy Gobert. Because I'm
gonna tell you why. If you sign a contract for $250, show me $250. It's the reason why I walk funny and why I can't turn my neck and why I can't do it, because I played for my 120. So you got guys like him that the system over, they're making all this money and they can't play. So I don't respect guys like that. Like you know, every time I make these comments, people think I'm hating, but these are facts. You got teachers, you got firemen, you got doctors who have real jobs and don't get paid shit.
Okay, so
he was quick with it too. There was no hesitation.
You know what I think is behind that though? I don't know if it was like a year or 2 ago. Rudy Gobert said he could lock up Shaq. Remember that? Remember when he said that? I think that's why he's saying that. Like, are you kidding me? You? Me? So here's the deal. Rudy Gobert, I think, gets a bad rap. I think Rudy Gobert is a terrible fit in the modern NBA. I think if he played back in the day, like 90s, early 2000s, he would be serviceable. See, because what people look at this and say, people look at it and say, oh, Rudy Gobert, he can't guard on perimeter, because they constantly looking to put Rudy Gobert in the pick and roll, right? But it's stupid. It's bad defensive coaching that you would allow your 7'2" rim protecting, rebounding, shot blocking center to even be out there to get caught in the pick and roll. It's this stupid modern concept of switching everything. It's just dumb. And that's what allows that to happen. Now, if you play traditional defense and he's guarding the rim and he's rebounding and he's getting a couple touches in the post, he's going to be an effective guy. He's going to be effective. Huh?
Getting bammed on. Getting rocked.
Yeah, he's going to get bammed on. You know why he's going to get bammed on? Do you know why he's going to get bammed on? Because he's a shot blocker. And shot blockers do their job and try to protect the rim. So let me try this. Olajuwon was a better shot blocker than him, correct?
Mm-hmm.
We know that. Okay, Patrick Ewing, better shot blocker than him, correct?
True.
David Robinson, better shot blocker than him, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Alonzo Mourning, better shot blocker than him, correct?
Yeah.
What's my man name? Ben Wallace, better shot blocker than him, correct?
You can keep naming plenty more guys. I know a lot. Okay. Yeah, keep going.
Right. So the point I'm trying to make, every one of them dudes I just named is a Hall of Famer, and every one of them dudes got blamed on. It happens when you do your job and protect the rim. So we have to stop that. Oh, he got dunked on. What?
It's going to happen more often than none with Rudy Gobert.
But Patrick,
he's not an intimidator. Like those guys were enforcers. Like intimidators.
Yeah, but them dudes
like, you saw those guys in the paint. You're like, whoa, wait a minute.
But Patrick Ewing, Alonzo Moore, and them dudes used to get banged on all the time. Pause. It used to happen to them a lot. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is this. Rudy Gobert he's not the worst player of all time. He's not even in that discussion. He's not a bum. He's just not a fit for the modern NBA. That's the problem.
Offensively, he's a bum.
Okay. I mean, you're the same dude who thinks Jason Tatum is a bum. So I don't even know if I could respect you talking about balls. So
Whoa. I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know.
You talking about Jason Tatum?
See. Oh, you want to get him going, don't you?
Everybody knows, man. Everyone knows, man.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
What about all the people that voted him first team All NBA? I'm just saying.
I think they're doing that because they want to kiss the French's ass, but that's just my.
No, I'm talking about Tatum. But
Tatum, got you.
Yeah. But here's the deal.
He's supposed to be the face of the league.
No one said that. No one ever said that. I don't know where you get that from.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the next face of the league.
No one ever said that.
I'm gonna tell you, bro.
Nobody with a brain that functions properly believes that.
Man, they'll try to put these bums in front of us, and then we stuck watching them on prime time every goddamn day. You gotta watch them. You gotta watch them. They trying to ruin basketball.
So wait. So you're the best. You're 1 or 1A on the banner franchise in the NBA. One of the teams that's going to get the TV time. Do you not expect him to be on the TV? That doesn't mean they're trying to say that he's the face of the league. That doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense. What are you saying?
He was trying to ride Kobe's coattail, to excel himself in front of everybody, and it didn't work out. Time and time again.
What? He's a champion.
Listen, he's digging up Kobe, trying to ride his coattail. Oh yeah, Kobe taught me this, and then he don't get no burn in the Olympics, bro. None. No burn, bro. Dirk White took his time, bro.
Dirk White,
bro.
That's bad juju right there, man.
You remember the 04 Olympics? Remember the 04 Olympics?
I'm not trying to hear that shit.
No. Don't move the goalpost because your man Melo ain't get time in the 04 Olympics. LeBron ain't get time in the 04 Olympics. So what are we talking about? Don't move the freaking goalpost. Don't do that.
Well, they said
they were also just drafted though. G.
No.
Been in the league for like 7-8 years.
What did G just say? G didn't say nothing about the time he's been in the league. G just said he didn't get no time in the Olympics. That's what he said. That's what he said, right? Is that what he said?
But at the same time, we know why they didn't get time. We have no idea besides Dirk White. That's the only thing. That's the only reason why we know he didn't get no burn because he couldn't hit the goddamn.
He couldn't hang with the big fellas
with a freaking rock. Like this dude was terrible, man. He's horrible. He got exposed.
Okay, so let me make sure I got this clear. See, look, I love how you freaking hijack the topic, but that's cool. So I want to make sure I got this right. Jason Tatum
Larry Brown.
Terrible.
Larry Brown.
I know who the coach was. I know who the coach was.
Him for being late for practice, bro. They didn't give us no reason why Tatum didn't get no time.
They didn't get time. Your point was he ain't
get no time. At least that's the reason, bro. The only thing they said was
no. You don't get to move the goalpost now. Don't even try that. No, you don't get to do that.
Why didn't Tatum get time, Mr. Bruce?
I have no idea. I wasn't on that coaching staff.
Exactly.
Oh, please, they did try
because he was late.
In the face of the league, him and Ja Morant on a panel with Malika Andrews. I don't remember Edward ever hearing anything about Tatum being the face of the league. Now, and I'll tell you this, I know I did a show on this very channel talking about how he can't be the face of the league because he just don't have it. that he's a very good player, but he don't have it. I know I did that. I know that though I've heard the discussion, but mainly more along the lines of looking for the next like great American player, right? More in terms of, because you're seeing all these foreign born players dominating, right? So you're seeing Luka, you're seeing Embiid, you're seeing Jokic, Giannis, right? So they're like, the discussion on a lot of these shows was, well, who's the next truly great American born player? And part of that too is the whole Anthony Edwards thing. So Anthony Edwards and Tatum, and obviously Tatum is like, he's the champion, right? So
by default.
So he's the champion right now. So his name is going to come up in that discussion. But nobody believes this dude is going to be face of the league, because he's blah. He doesn't have it.
He's in your top 10 though.
Of course that doesn't have anything to. What are you talking about, bro?
Out of 10 players in the league, he's in your top 10.
I've said it time and time again. He's towards the bottom of the top 10. Yes. Oh, okay. Yes, you cannot definitively name 10 players better than him in the NBA. You can't.
I definitely can.
You cannot. If you do, you're going to say something dumb. you're going to do that.
I won't.
I promise you will.
Dirk White is clearly better than him.
Woo!
See? So there you go. You just said something dumb.
Clearly, he's better than him.
So anyway.
Took his lunch money.
So as someone who played ball, it's astounding to me that you can't understand the concept of having a glue guy on the floor who doesn't need shots. That's amazing to me, but it's all good. All right. So anyway,
you know what? As a guy that played basketball,
Shaq and the
you should be able to play at any position at any time and be able to do whatever is needed to get done. If you are still on the floor, like, there's no way a Dirk White is going to take your shine, bro. Like,
so Isaiah Thomas was going to play center, huh? Come on, man.
Thomas, what are you talking about? Bro?
You just said you should be able to play any position at any time and do what needs to be done. That's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard.
That has nothing to do with Dirk White.
You just said that.
That has nothing to do with Dirk White. Tatum time. Stop trying to defend this guy, man.
You just said.
Stop trying to defend this guy. They play damn near the same position. They play damn near the same.
Transformer, talk to this man. Talk to now. Derek White and Jason Tatum play the same position.
What's there to say?
Tatum played the 3 and the 4, and Derek White plays the 1 and the 2.
He's not nobody's goddamn 4. He's not nobody's goddamn power forward, man. Come on, bro. That's a reach.
Have you seen the modern NBA?
Maybe that's why he ain't getting no burn, bro.
Have you seen the modern NBA? He plays the 3 and the 4.
Maybe that's why he ain't getting no burn.
So what you're saying is he don't play the floor.
He should probably play the 3. He should probably play the 4.
The 3 is his natural position, but he plays 3 and the 4 on that team. When Horford's not on the floor and Porzingis at the 5, he can play the 4 because what's his name? Mr. Brown is a swing man. He plays the 2 and the 3.
I don't have anything to say about Tatum, man. You know he a bum. But there's no way a Dirk White is supposed to get more shine.
I know you're on drugs for making such a ridiculous statement. I know that. I'm gonna call you.
I have to be on drugs, right? You got him in your top 10, and I'm on drugs.
Yes, okay, all right. He's in the top 10 of the current NBA. Yes,
that's bullshit.
You know what? Here go your assignment for next show. Name the top 10 in the NBA.
Here's your assignment.
That's your assignment.
That's good.
Tell me why. Oh yeah,
you can't.
You give me yours as well. That's your assignment too.
10 dudes definitively better than Jason Tatum in
the
modern NBA.
Easy, bro. That's easy, man. That's real easy.
All right, that's cool. That's cool.
This fucking guy chokes. Like, he wouldn't have a ring if it weren't for Mr. Brown, and you know it.
I do not know that. I absolutely don't know that. I mean, he just led him in everything in the finals, but
he's not even the 4th option, Chris.
Oh my gosh. That's the point I'm trying to make. How does he come in as a reserve and get more burn than you? Like, I don't get that. Like, I don't give. Like,
what do you mean you don't get? Okay, let's do this. Derek White can handle the ball, correct? That's a yes or no. He can handle the ball, correct?
Tatum handle the ball?
No. We're not doing that. Yes or no? Can he handle the ball?
Yes. Can Tatum handle the ball? Yes.
Yes or no? Can Derek White?
Hold on. You ask a question, then I ask a question, right? Can Tatum handle the ball? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right. That's it.
Okay. That's not it.
Keep going.
Derek White. Can Derek White defend the ball? Yes or no?
I love how this turned into a Tatum conversation. Yo.
I don't see. Yeah,
Keep going,
did
bro.
that.
Come on.
G
It's
did
my
that.
turn. That's my turn.
Go ahead. It's your turn. Yes.
Can Tatum defend the ball? How about
Yes, yes,
Okay.
he can.
All right.
No,
Can Derek
Edward.
White?
He's not.
Can Derek White shoot the ball?
Yes.
Okay.
Can Tatum shoot the ball?
Yes.
Okay. You know where
Now,
we getting at, right?
Now here it is. Here it is.
You know where we going with this, right?
Does Derek White need shots? Yes or no?
Does Derek White need shots? What you mean? Yes.
Like, does
Yes, he
need the
needs
ball?
shots.
No, he does not
Yeah.
need shots.
How many points did he score in the Olympics?
Derek White.
How
why
many
you think
points did
Derek
he
White
score in
was
the
getting
Olympics?
time out there?
That's my
Because
question. How
that's
many
all
points?
last
Honestly, I
year.
think he
He
probably
needs-
had more than Tatum.
Derek
That's
White
what I'm
needs-
trying to tell
He
you, bro.
probably
Like,
did.
come
Let
on,
me
man.
look at.
Come on,
I think he
dog.
probably did.
Like,
I don't think so.
you keep
But
trying
anyway,
to make this
there-
excuse that because Derek
No.
White don't need in your mind, Derek White, he's a hooper, and you telling me he's a professional hooper and he can score, and you telling me he don't need shots.
No,
Tatum
why
needs
you-
shots.
Tatum
You
needs
said
more
Tatum
shots than
needs
Derek
shots.
White. Absolutely.
No, Tatum.
Oh my God,
Tatum
yo, you
gets
sound
more
mad
shots
silly right now.
than
All
Derek
right,
White.
this is what we're gonna do.
Man,
We are
this
gonna
shit funny,
open up.
You gonna
the
protect that
phone
guy,
line.
man? Why are you
It's not
protecting
even
him?
about.
I don't
It's not
understand.
about protecting nobody. It's about you being disrespectful
him,
and
bro.
saying something that's flat out untrue.
It's the same thing.
That's what that is. You saying something that's completely
The
untrue.
league is trying to make this man a superstar, and he's just a star. that's it.
I don't think the
Pay him
league
all
is
that
trying to
money.
do anything. The
Pay
league is
him all
not
that
trying to
money.
do.
Enough.
He's first team All NBA 3 years in a row, and he's a champion. Like
Okay, no.
he earned that money. He ain't Dak Prescott
Third
out
from
here.
the
He earned that dough.
Not in the clutch. Not in the clutch. Not when it counts to be be called a superstar. You pass me that ball at the 2 minutes, you know what's gonna happen.
I do not.
Okay, well, you did the special on him, saying the same shit I'm saying. I don't understand what the problem is. Bro.
No, because you being disrespectful. No,
He did a whole special on this shit. Like he was mad one day and went crazy.
No, it wasn't even mad. It was I'm telling you how it is.
Go back and watch that special, man. Special he did.
I was never mad. But he definitely, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, listen, I agree that he's not a superstar. There is something missing in terms of whether it's personality or flair or what have you. I get that part. What I did say, and what I will not disavow is that he's a top 10 player in the current NBA. There's no question about that. Now, I wouldn't even talk about him in the context of all time. That's totally irrelevant. But in the current NBA, easily top 10. You cannot name 10 players definitively better than him. You can't.
I'll take Dame over him.
You'll take Dame over him?
Oh, yeah.
That's absurd.
Over Jason Tatum?
That's ridiculous.
Yep.
Dame don't defend. Dame don't rebound. All he does is take
Tatum
long
don't
threes. What?
I'm just trying to tell you.
Tatum don't what? Tatum don't what? Go ahead, say it. Tatum don't what?
I didn't say nothing, bro. Like, I mean, we all watched the Olympics. I know you was.
Are you saying?
And he ain't getting the turn, bro.
Oh,
like,
so everything's about the Olympics, right?
He ain't show up, bro. On the
Everything's about the Olympics, huh?
What was it about?
So I want to
outpaid him.
I want to understand. I want to understand this. You just said Tatum don't rebound, right? That's what you said. I want to make sure I get that right.
I didn't say that. I didn't say anything about.
Okay,
rebound.
so what? Because I just finished saying. Finished saying Tatum rebounds, he scores, he defends. What does he do? What I'm sorry. What does he not do?
Dame over Tatum, yo.
Okay,
I can tell you why.
Healthy Kawhi, Steve, I'm with you. Healthy Kawhi, yes, no doubt, because he's a monster defender.
We watching the same basketball games, man. Like,
what do you mean? Are we not?
He have a bunch of empty calories, bro. He do.
Okay.
But anytime it come down to them needing some points, Mr. Brown takes over, and he been doing that shit since he been there.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's why you did the show. That's why you did a special on Tatum, bro.
Go ahead.
You need it.
Y'all carry on. Go ahead.
He mad as shit, bro. He hot, bro.
He looking at something. Look at something.
He hot.
Nah, never that. Yeah, go ahead, yo.
Okay, man. So the worst of all time conversation turned into whether or not Jason Tatum is good or not. But we never.
I mean, you talk about the worst of all time, man. You got to bring up Tatum.
Here we go. I knew it. Yo, this dude is foul. Yo, G is foul.
You gotta bring him up.
Oh my gosh.
So we never did clarify who y'all think the worst of all time is.
That's tough, man. That's tough. Murasan might be up there though. he might be up there. I really don't know. That's something I would have to think about. But I know it's not Gobert. But you know what? Yo, side note, we didn't even talk about Ben Simmons. We got
Simmons,
so sidetracked.
okay, there we go. Now
Ben Simmons is terrible because he got natural ability, but he has no desire. No, because I didn't even realize his first, 3 years in Philly, he averaged like 16 a game. Like 16, almost 8 assists and almost 8 rebounds. Like he can do it. And he made all defense team before, but he just don't want to, man. There's something wrong with him. He want everything that comes with being an NBA star, but he don't want to be one. He doesn't want to get any better. That dude has made 5 3-pointers in 6 years in the NBA. That's terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I thought he had mental health issues.
Yeah, whatever. I don't believe that.
Chris said your typing is loud as shit.
Who said that?
It is always loud, bro.
My bad, man. Because
the banging that keyboard.
What you call the mic is right here above the keyboard.
Yeah. I mean, whatever it is of high importance. He puts this out.
And it's the keys are very responsive on this keyboard, you know.
Ben Simmons, start of his career, 15.8 a game. Next year, 16.9. Third year, 16.4. Fifth year, 14.3. Then he had the holdout and the back injury, came back, 6.9 and 1.9 with the following 2 seasons that he played.
Terrible.
Ever since his first year in the NBA, he's only played over 75 games once. Neither time since then has he played over 60 games. Last 2 years, nothing over 50.
Hey, let's here go Tyler. Let's get this, man. Tyler, what's good, man?
Hey, man, when did Shaq stop watching basketball? Ben Simmons is not that bad.
No, I think what he's looking at is Ben Simmons. And remember, I don't know if you heard it when we played it earlier, the clip. What he was saying was the reason I say that is if you're getting 250, show me 250, right? And I think that Shaq is like, he comes from an era where guys they made less money, but they had to work harder to get it. And so he's saying, you getting all this money, show it to me. Ben Simmons is not that bad, but he could be so much better. And
for his contract, horrible.
Yeah.
For his contract.
Yeah. Like he got the money. Horrible. He got the money and said, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shaq needs to stop pocket watching. Shaq was getting paid crazy money his last 3 years in the league, and he was terrible. Shaq, I challenge Shaq to come on the Format podcast. He won't do it.
You know what? I DM'd him and he never responded. I did DM him and ask him if he would come on. This was a while ago. Right. I'm gonna do it again.
Right. Tatum special. Tatum got 300 M's, man. 300 M's.
Well, you know what that's about, though, right? Remember, in the NBA, getting paid like that, getting the supermax deals is based on you hitting certain metrics, right? So obviously, the first team All NBA and all, yeah. So which I really think is better than the NFL model. The NFL model is just like, yo, if you next up, then you outpace the guy before you, which I think is stupid. See Dak Prescott, but yeah, I think it's okay if you hit those metrics, then you get paid, and that's all right.
Worst of all time, Kwame Brown. He's got to be the worst of all time. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's my worst.
I mean, this is why Jordan is the worst front office guy of all time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was still playing, but he was still a front office guy with the Wizards. This is his first ever pick. He takes Kwame Brown's ass. Then we can go on and on. He drafts all the biggest bucks.
Mm-hmm.
But Kwame, he's on there with prime Kobe. How can you not average 1 assist a game with prime Kobe? You just, if you're in the rotation of passing the ball, Kobe wasn't. The ball stopped there. How can you just not luckily just get 1 assist a game. Everybody else on that team had a couple assists a game.
Right.
That's the vote. I don't know how much debate there is about the vote. I mean, Darko Milicic, similar amount of time in the league to Kwame, way worse stats.
Yeah, but we can
even more of egregious as a draft pick than Kwame was.
Yeah, but you know ball, Tyler, and I think that it's unfair to say just compare the stats, right? Darko. So, for instance, right, Darko, when he was in Europe before he got here, Darko was a problem, right? A la Tony Kukoc, a la Luka, right? But remember, when Darko came, it wasn't this NBA where a European could just step in and go ham out of the gate, right? So you have that. And then secondly, Darko was just stretch 4. And remember who his coach was? Like, he didn't defend, and he wasn't, what's his name? He wasn't Rasheed Wallace, so he wasn't going to get away with just hanging out shooting threes. He just came around at the wrong time. Like, you know how that happened for some dudes? They just came at the wrong time. Imagine Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf today, right? Mahmoud was Steph before Steph. So it's like, you got to look at it. Some dudes just, they weren't around at the right time. That's what I think. I don't think Darko was as bad as we look at it. He had a skill set. It just wasn't for the time and the team that he was drafted.
My parting thoughts. Tatum's got a little bit of rust in him, man. He's got a little bit of something corny wrong with him. He probably listens to country music in his warm-up, man.
Maybe.
You got to share your playlist with this man.
But the fact is this, can he ball? And I think the obvious answer is yes. I think that's the obvious answer.
Yeah, and obvious is some.
I said in the chat, I mean, G's gonna. I hope we can still be friends after this. I think he's probably top 5. I know that's crazy.
Jason
Tatum? I don't think he's top 5.
When I watch, I mean,
yeah,
I can't put Brown in the top 5 anymore. I can't put. I mean, there's certain guys who can't put in the top 5 anymore. They're just, they're not doing anything. They're barely making the playoffs. Things like. I mean, you got to win, in my opinion, to be up there. So you got Shy. I mean, if I'm not going to be on the top 5, top 10 conversation, I like Jokic, I like Luka, I like Shy, and then probably Durant, and then probably Tatum. I know I'm about to get crucified for that, but
so no Giannis, no
Embiid,
no Embiid.
Yeah, I can't put Tatum top 5, but I can easily put him around 9 or 10.
Let me know where you put him. I'll put him a spot behind you, because I can't put him more in front of you.
I
thought you definitely have him a little higher than that.
Nah, I put him somewhere between 8 and 10, right at the bottom of that top 10 list. But I cannot definitively say that there are 10 players in the NBA better than him right now.
I don't
easily say it's 5.
I just don't think Embiid is consistent at all. You know what I mean? He'll put up 50 on the Knicks, and he'll be Sports Center for a week, and then he'll do nothing. He'll get hurt. He'll get poked in the eye or something goofy, and you won't see him for a couple weeks.
Yeah, I think durability and play is 2 totally different categories. I mean,
I see what Tyler is saying, though.
Just destroyed a back-to-back MVP in Joker
easily,
just manhandle him, and then he won an MVP. Tatum has never won an MVP.
That's true too.
So I mean, I wouldn't, put him in my top 5. Let alone the top. If you're in the top 5, you shouldn't be getting the second best guy. Shouldn't be quote unquote getting Finals MVP, in my opinion.
Yeah, he definitely hit a rough patch at the most clutch time of year, but he broke out every damn viral moment trying to make a viral moment thing after he won that.
Oh man, let's ignore that. I don't know.
No. Go ahead, finish, bro. Go ahead, finish.
Oh my God.
Look, G woke up. He was asleep. He woke back up.
No. We need to hear this, man. I'll never forget the Bosch moment. Remember the Bosch moment with the champagne?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, in the Miami championship? Oh, shit's nitty.
But what I'm wondering is, what does that have to do with Tatum? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I think it's a celebration.
Yeah, he
the locker room celebration.
He did the same thing Boss did.
He
got on his knees. Yes.
Celebration.
I ain't seen none of that.
Yep.
He was hugging the trophy. He was pouring champagne down his mouth. I mean, he was looking a damn fool when he won the title.
Yes, he was. I mean, obviously there was some relief there, but yes. But Regardless, he did it. He did
Well,
his thing.
somebody-
He did. Yo, y'all bugging, man.
Champagne on his knees, and there was some relief.
Oh man, that dude's terrible.
Thank you guys for tuning in to the Format Podcast, man. This is your boy Transformer. This is Bruce. Get on me out, bro.
This is probably the final episode. No, yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, Tyler. I'm just, top 5 is it's too high for me, but top 10 easily.
All right, I take that back. I'm gonna move him to 9 or 10.
I think that's
there. You go.
That's right about where he fits. I agree.
Yeah.
All right, man. You got anything else?
That's it.
All right, Tyler, man. Appreciate the call, bro.
See y'all.
All right, man. Have a go.
That was tough,
right.
G.
Oh my goodness. All right. I guess we could leave it right there. Yeah.
Right at 2 hours.
Wow, that's a quick one tonight, huh?
Yeah, right at 2 hours.
Yeah, all right, that's good. Here we go. Steve.
We're going to clown Tatum for his finals. We're going to being up Curry. 1 and 4 finals MVP. 1 and 4. Oh, 1 out of 4 finals MVPs.
Oh,
lost one to Andre Iguodala.
Which that was absurd. He shouldn't.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. Like, no, I mean, we see why Jalen got it over Jason Tatum. Like, the only reason he quote unquote got that MVP was because of he stopped LeBron or whatever the case may be. That was the gloatness of that. Why he got that MVP.
What's up with the quotation marks though? What was that?
Because I mean, how you lock up somebody who averaged damn near 40, 10, and 9?
Because you gotta you gotta look at what happened when Iguodala was defending when he was the primary defender on LeBron. I'm not gonna get into this.
If he's the primary defender, do you need to be guarding him the whole game to give him? If he's giving 40, 10, and 9, I don't see how that's stopping anybody.
Just go do the research, man. You too smart to just fall for the look at the stats thing. Just go do the research.
No, I'm too smart to look at the game. That man didn't stop anything.
All right, cool. So I'm not
enough
gonna
to win MVP. That's not a reason you should win MVP.
We
a
could
guy
be
getting
on
40
here.
points.
I didn't say he deserved that MVP. I didn't say that. But what I'm saying is that your little snippy quotation mark thing.
Yes, because that's why he got it. There was no other reason why Iguodala got that MVP.
So if you go back and look at what he did what LeBron did when Iguodala was the primary defender, just saying. All right. All right. So let's do this.
You heard that? Curry was rumored to be crying in the locker room when KD won that second MVP.
I don't know. I've never heard that. I'm not saying it's not true. I've never heard that.
Yeah,
I mean, but,
that'd be kind of funny if we did.
Yeah.
Now y'all went to go get him. What'd you expect? Y'all called him.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up right now before this turns into a LeBron thing, because
it won't be.
Transformer has done very well in controlling his urges. Pause when it comes to LeBron. So
no, I just said that he got what he got MVP for. That's not a reason you should be getting MVP.
Oh my goodness,
that's not a reason.
Mm-hmm. All right, so listen.
Have we ever heard in NBA history have anybody won Finals MVP because of like the way they defended somebody?
Kawhi Leonard, his first Finals MVP. Yes.
Yeah, but he was also on the offensive side of the ball.
But he didn't.
He averaged like 20 something.
What he averaged like 17 that series?
I think he averaged what, 20?
I think he averaged like 17. You gonna look that up?
Yeah, I'm about to look it up now.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. But I feel like it was like 17. Got it for lockdown defense.
Which year did they win it?
Man, I don't know, man. Just search Kawhi Leonard Finals MVP.
I hate you. Can't make this simple for you, dog.
Nah, man, I don't know.
See, now it's gonna give me playoffs. It's not getting me the finals.
For
the playoffs, he averaged 14.
Right. So I think for those finals, I really think it was like 17. I could be wrong, but I think it was like 17.
Let me see.
What year was this? 2014. Okay. That was when he got it? All right.
Hmm.
Let's see.
Yeah, 17, 6 and 2.
There you go.
18,
right.
like pretty much 18. He damn near average 18.
Right. So he got that Finals MVP for lockdown defense. That was when he was really the claw.
But he was also the leading scorer.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, he was. Yeah, no, he was pretty much tied for leading scorer. So he got it for both offense and defense. So he got it for both.
But I don't. But all right.
No, I'm looking at that. I'm looking at it.
No. I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying I think it was mostly for his defense on LeBron. But is what it is. Where are we? 17.
Man, that boy was shooting. He was 61% from three.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, that'll get you MVP for sure.
Yeah. Yes, he was.
Golly.
All right, but seriously, we try to get off. So pause. I got it.
Yeah, you got it.
So everybody, thank you for tuning in tonight, man. I appreciate y'all.
Oh boy.
It's been a good show. Got a little wild towards the end, but we do that sometimes. That's what happens, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate my guys bringing a little action, a little energy to the show, and just taking it away from, just adding the fun to it. So that's why they're here, man. That's why they're here. So yeah, everybody who's here, man, I appreciate y'all for joining, stopping by. So is this Wednesday? I anticipate a college football show tomorrow evening. Damn, pumping it up.
Yeah, we got Canelo this weekend.
Yeah, Canelo and Berlanga. We're going to talk about that on Saturday.
Nice.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, got college football show tomorrow night, but that's not going to be live. So I'm going to record that and then put it out for y'all. You'll probably see it on Friday, and then of course we have our normal Saturday night show. So just keep your notifications on so that you know whenever we drop new content on the channel, and make sure you're liking and subscribing, and make sure you're sharing this with other sports fans. All right. So appreciate y'all, and we're going to break from right here. Everybody have a good night, and we out. Peace.
Peace.
If the button wants to work. There we go.